I'd like to say a big welcome to every one of you. My name is Nabila Usman, and I am your Master of Ceremonies for this event. This is, as you know, the very first African Takaful and non-interest finance conference on the continent, and it is our pleasure to host these critical conversations to finance and banking across not just Nigeria, but every one of the African countries. Person of the Year Award from Forbes magazine. As an author, he has published numerous papers and recently released a compilation of his articles. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage His Royal Highness Muhammad Sanusi II. Please put your hands together for him.
Let me just say that I'm pleased to see the developments and growth in the Islamic finance industry over the years. We've reached a point now where the regulators do have Islamic finance and non-interest banking areas. The Central Bank has an interest banking department. NICOM, I'm sure it has a unit that regulates Takaful. SEC has its own guidelines on Islamic funds, and maybe as a subcommittee of FSRCC, we can have the Islamic finance regulators come together as a committee and basically work on how they can improve the regulation, because finance now goes beyond one regulator. It cuts across sectors. The units and the entities you regulate sometimes are holding companies that have both banking and insurance and fund management. And now with banks like Sterling and getting a banking license for Islamic finance, I imagine the group might go into insurance, it might go into fund management. So having FSRCC have an Islamic finance subcommittee would help move things forward. So I would suggest that we familiarize ourselves with the latest research in this area, what's happening in the banking and insurance industry. The great thing about technology, as far as Sharia is concerned, is that technology is just a means. In Islamic law, there's always a distinction between what is called wasila and gaya. Wasila is just a means, and the means themselves don't have any implication in themselves. The judgment and the ruling is always on what the means lead to.
This event brings together experts and industry leaders from within and outside Africa to discuss and reflect upon the organizing and ethical principles of Takaful and non-interest finance, which include solidarity and collaboration, and likewise to discuss the strategies on how together we can continue to institutionalize and advance these principles. It is our intention and hope that this conference will serve as a catalyst for knowledge exchange, inspiring fresh ideas, providing some space for us to explore the latest advancements and best practices in our industry. Together, we will identify ways to unlock the much vaunted yet elusive potential within our markets in Africa and take the value thus created to the rest of the world. Takaful and non-interest finance present time-tested alternative models of organizing financial mediation based on universally accepted ethical principles.
On behalf of Commissioner for Insurance, who is unavoidably absent due to work exigencies, I would like to present a keynote address. This is important gathering for Takaful and Islamic financial stakeholders to exchange ideas on the opportunities and issues facing the African Takaful and Islamic finance industry. I must first of all appreciate Noor Takaful Insurance Limited for organizing this August gathering of Islamic finance professionals to discuss ways to strategize on future development of Takaful and Islamic finance through the use of innovative technology. I wish to confirm that NICOM will give its commitment and support to any initiative for development of Takaful insurance and Islamic finance in Africa that this conference will bring forward.
The role of technology in overcoming challenges and opportunities in Islamic finance and Takaful, with specific reference to Takaful in Africa as the theme provided. My paper examined the potential impact of digital platforms, and it identifies key challenges and opportunities that are available that can be impacted with digital platforms, mobile banking, blockchains, artificial intelligence, and data analytics on expanding the access to Islamic finance. Insurance people like to call Takaful as an independent entity from Islamic finance, not because it is not covered under Islamic finance, but because it has certain peculiarities.
Incredible level of knowledge and insight and wisdom in Islamic finance, how to get things done.
We organize training in the area of Islamic finance and Takaful insurance.
Takaful companies take a huge risk. Takaful companies have a certain limit or capacity to take risks. But Takaful, they take the major part of the risk.
And we are conversant, of course, with IFRS 17, whether it is actually proper for Takaful companies to adopt hook, line, and sinker.
So first of all, we never issue a standard with immediate effectiveness date.
So this is our responsibility to make sure that whatever we do it within the parameter of Sharia.
When we talk about zakat or sadaqah or waqf, we are dealing with money, and it's a very emotive issue. Today in Nigeria in particular, we do not have a unified nisab of zakat. Why? Because we don't have, a central government or a central authority that can give directives to zakat institution, to zakat body, and then they comply.
And the Waqf model, which generally the Takaful market hasn't applied very well, and I was very happy to listen to the scholars talking about that, is a perpetual model that can be used to serve society.
Thinking about pricing what I want you to do is think about the elements around it, because the price is the outcome.
It was really an honor and a privilege to witness one of the distinct differences between Islamic finance and conventional, and that was the surplus distribution that we saw. So congratulations to Noor Takaful once again for just highlighting this unique aspect of Islamic finance, and I think they need another round of applause, please.
If we really review Takaful as a model, I think Takaful is all about collaboration. It's all about cooperation. It's all about risk sharing. So all these elements are already embedded in Takaful as a model. So I see no reason why, as operators, we should see ourselves as competitors.
In Islamic finance, in the Takaful, we have to look at it as a professional approach. That is the problem for people when they hear Sharia, either banking or Takaful, the way Sharia is, they don't understand, even though most of them say that the Sharia scholars, they don't understand business.
May the statue of Noor Takaful continue to touch the sky, now always and forever.
What we're having today is like a 2-in-1 event. We have our Takaful conference, and we're also distributing surplus. I say it with all modesty again, no other company can do that except Noor Takaful.
So without further ado, I'll call on Nabila to please, we are going to call on our recipients to receive the dummy checks and also to call on our directors and others to come on stage and present the checks. Thank you so much.
Now, if you've got a car, if you've got a home, if you've got a family, that is what you need to secure. And I'm hoping that at the end of these 2 days, you've learned what it means to secure your camel. That is essentially the aim for Noor Takaful. These conversations that push Takaful and Islamic finance forward across the continent sets an example. At this point, we are expecting what is finally, a vote of thanks from the Vice Chairman of Noor Takaful Insurance Limited. Please put your hands together for Aminu Tukur.
I don't know where to begin. It's Alhamdulillah, it's been an amazing 48 hours. At this point, I feel very emotional. Because of the support we have gotten from everybody. Everybody we asked to join this event, to be part of this event, accepted. Nobody said no to us. So it is, alhamdulillah. Thank you very much. I know you're tired, but I know you're tired is not tired. Please keep it coming, please. Thank you very much to everybody. Alhamdulillah, we really appreciate everybody. Thank you to everybody who has attended. Inshallah, we will see you again next year. Thank you very much. Thank you.